What is up, guys? VULKan here, and today I have two decks I'm going to share that I got the 21 challenge with. So you'll notice that yesterday I tried the 21 challenge live on stream, and I ended up failing, and part of that is because I was trying to play on my computer, and the only reason, to be honest with you, that I've played a lot on my computer is because, well, there's two reasons. First of all, I used to play in it a lot because my phone, I had a terrible phone that always ran out of battery. So I'd have to play on my computer when my phone ran out of battery. And then reason number two is because I broke my left arm. It's pretty much healed now. I can use it, thankfully. But I couldn't even hold my phone, so I'd have to play on my computer because it was literally the only way I could play. But I do prefer playing on the phone because it's a lot easier to cycle your cards and place down cards quickly. So, yeah, but I figured out how to mirror my phone screen to my computer so I can record it. But you may notice that like I'm looking down at my phone more than I'm looking at the camera, and that's just gonna be because now I'm playing on my phone instead of my computer. But I think that I'll be able to play better and bring more quality gameplay to you guys. So, hopping into this, I'm gonna share two decks today. One deck is a deck I used to get 21s with yesterday, and that's the HOG Executioner deck. And the only problem is I can only share two replays of that deck because all my other replays got deleted. I'm not sure why. They're unavailable. I recorded two of the replays, and then well, 2.5 replays I should say, and then I didn't finish recording because I went to bed, and then when I woke up, they're all gone. So I don't know why that happened, but I'll get 21's live here hopefully with this graveyard deck. So let's get into this. And it may it's weird because the screen may take a little bit of time to focus, but I'm not really sure how to avoid that. I'll just wait for it to focus and get this thing started. Hopefully we can get this 21's. Then another problem is that there's not gonna be, there might not be game sound. I don't know. I might record it also and I might figure out how to add game sound. Starting off here though, I'm just gonna poison that hut. Pretty good trade. Poison trades well with hut. If he has graveyard or something, I can just defend it with guards, so not that big of a deal. I'll just go Ice Golem, same lane. I played my guards in the anti-miner position just in case he assumed I had tornado, but I didn't have tornado, so yeah, it worked out well for him. I guess we'll just play Electro Wizard. And then I'll save my Mega Minion in case he puts a tank in front of that. I am going to have to use my Mega Minion to kill that flying machine because my Electro Wizard died. Not the best start. I would like to punish him with the graveyard now, but I don't really have the chance, so I'll just set up a Goblin Hut and then I think I'm just going to have to play my Ice Golem here. The only problem is now, if he poisons, I won't really have a good punish in hand because I don't have Ice Golem. I'll just go ahead and poison that hut. Get out of the way. Looks like he gave me a nice value poison. I accidentally hit those zappies. So get a lot of value out of that poison, which is really nice for me. I'll play my Electro Wizard a little bit high, just so that he can't get too much poison value on it. He might poison it anyway, but hopefully not. Okay, not bad. He's not using his poison, which is kind of unfortunate because I kind of want him to. Actually, it doesn't really matter. I'm happy either way. I'm gonna go ahead and graveyard. He'll probably poison this graveyard, but it's completely fine because I was just kind of hoping the graveyard would tank for my Mega Minion, but the Mega Minion ends up getting targeted, so not what I was hoping. I'll Electro Wizard to keep that hut alive, and right now we're looking pretty good. I can just use my Mega Minion on that flying machine, get it killed, tank for my Electro Wizard a little bit, and we'll just get up another Goblin Hut. I'm playing it in the back a little bit so that the flying machine can't snipe it from across the bridge. I guess we'll guard surround that, and I'll just go in for a graveyard. He's gonna have to poison it, which is fine by me, and I'll go ahead and poison his Spirit Golem Hut also. I'm just trying to chip damage him out. If I'd saved my poison a little bit longer, I could hit that flying machine also, which is unfortunate. But Looks like he doesn't even defensive poison. I'm not really sure why. But the graveyard gets a ton of damage on his tower. This is going to be... It might be hard to defend. We'll see. He might try to go in for a poison here. We'll pull that P.E.K.K.A to the other lane. Make sure we kill that flying machine. And nice. Very nice defense. We have like 35 spear golems. That's insane. Okay, I started coughing. We're good now. We'll get up the graveyard again. Okay, we got the victory. And I need a drink of water. Okay, let's hop into game number 17. So, starting off, I'll probably go with it's either Mega Man or Ice Golem could be a good starting play here. Doesn't matter too much. I'll probably just go with Ice Golem. Just because it's cheaper. And ooh, he does go opposite lane. I'll go ahead and log that. I think it'll get one less hit if I log it. I think I might have got 2 hits if I didn't. So we get in the log. Interesting. I'm just gonna go ahead and poison that, just because it'll counter my Goblin Hut pretty well. And then we'll throw our Electro Wizard to counter that Mega Minion and see what he does. I think he's trying to cycle back to another Hog here. If he plays a Hog, I have my guards ready. It should still kill that Mega Minion, I think. Yes, it does. And we're kind of giving him an opening to play his Hog here. But we got our guards ready and we got our log ready. That'll probably get 1 hit. Hopefully he doesn't get 2. I don't think it will. And we're sacrificing a little bit of tower damage, but we're keeping our Goblin Hut alive. So now we can get a pretty good push going. I'll get my Mega Minion ready. And I think I'm going to set up a graveyard push right here. I'm going to play it 1 tile higher, so it'll be harder for him to activate the King Tower. And he even gives us a lot of poison value, which is really nice. I don't think he even... I'm not sure... I know it's harder. I think it's still possible to activate the King Tower if I play in that position, but... Okay, now we'll put our Goblin Hut center, because we don't want his Hog to lock on anymore. We sacrificed 2 Hog hits so far, and 1 poison, but that's all the damage we've taken on our tower. But now that it's double elixir, we can't afford to sacrifice any more tower damage. We'll set up our Mega Minion in the back. Just play our Electro Wizard here. He'll probably Fireball it, which is fine. And now we'll set up a graveyard push. For a second there, I forgot that he can activate the King Tower. He might decide to activate the King Tower here, but I think that since he failed last time, he won't even try. Nice, he doesn't even try to activate the King Tower. He could have activated that time because I didn't play it in the best position. Okay, we kept the Goblin Hut alive a little bit. And I think we'll just try to cycle back to another graveyard. Play anti-tornado position. He has a nice tornado there. We'll just take the poison damage, honestly. Play our Hog Rider to make sure... we'll play our Goblin Hut to make sure the Hog doesn't get too much damage. He doesn't have poison, so... I just need to make sure his Hog doesn't get any hits on my tower, and then my graveyard is pretty much guaranteed damage every single time. I'll play my Electro Wizard, and I think he's trying to cycle to a Hog here. So we got our guards ready. We're sacrificing a little bit of tower damage in the hopes that we can finish him off here. Maybe a little bit aggressive on my part, but also a little bit aggressive on his part, and it looks like that gets the game. 1 more poison will do it. So good game to BRT. not that big of a deal. He didn't have poison. I just need to make sure that he didn't activate his king tower with the tornado. Okay, so we are up against Alexander ZK. Interesting. I'll probably just start. See, I could start it up at this tile and it would pull a hog rider from the opposite lane, but there we go. I'll start it there. I don't really like to start off the Goblin Hut, to be completely honest, because if you start it up too high, like a musketeer can snipe it, but if you start it too low, a hog rider can hit the opposite lane. Just use an ice golem. Probably could have played a little bit lower, but honestly, it doesn't even matter. Interesting. Just need to defend this. I don't really have anything to tank for that Dark Prince, so I'm just gonna let my Goblin Hut tank with the Dark Prince, and unfortunately, that does get hit on my tower. Sacrificed a lot of tower damage I didn't want to sacrifice. And we're going to go opposite lane here. We're going to try to get him to switch lanes, hopefully. Play our Goblin Hut, and I might even put a ice... No, I won't play an Ice Golem. It's tempting. But I need to save my Ice Golem for his Dark Prince. Let's go ahead and split some guards here. And I'm just going to go ahead and push with an Ice Golem graveyard. And see what he does. Because my Goblin Hut will pull that giant and kill it, no problem. Let's see. We need to cycle to our guards here to defend that. Go, go, go. Get down, get down. Oh no, it locked on the tower. That's not good. Okay, so currently this is not looking good at all. I think we lost this game. Okay, we'll start our Goblin Hut, and as soon as he plays that giant, I'm going... Okay, there goes the giant. I'm going to try to get some tower damage. I don't think this guy has a poison, so that's good. But that's about the only good thing that's happening right now. We'll play our Mega Minion early. Wow. I'm not sure what happened there, to be completely honest. How did we lose that? I guess I should have defended before I attacked, but man, that was sad. Okay. Got a loss. Hopefully we'll still get this 12 wins though. That was a pretty sad loss. We'll start off with Goblin Hut. Or I'm gonna wait for his move, actually. Or start with, oh, he has Expo. That's not good at all. We'll start Goblin Hut opposite lane. He'll probably fireball that. Hopefully not. Okay, he doesn't. Nice. We'll just throw guards behind this just to kind of pressure him a little bit. I can't graveyard until like double elixir in this matchup. This is bad. We're just gonna have to poison that. Man, I really don't want to play Electro Wizard there, but I also don't want that to hit my tower. Okay, he fireballs it. That's fine by me. Just gonna play Mega Minion in the middle. I'm gonna cycle to another Goblin Hut. I really want to save my Ice Golem for whenever he drops that Expo. I guess we're just gonna switch up lanes here. I don't think that Tesla will hit those Spear Golems. Yep. And we might even log that. We'll just log it. just kind of a cycle. There goes our poison. We'll ice golem the tank. Hopefully, keeping my goblin hut alive because I really want to stack goblin huts here. Is it gonna? Nope. I think the goblin hut's gonna go down. Go ahead and log poison that. There's just going to be a poison cycle game. I'm going to play for the draw. Nice. Kind of unfortunate. He's trying to outcycle me. We'll try to predict his expo again. Doesn't work that time, unfortunately. Try to get our Electro Wizard down. Get our guards down to tank. Unfortunately, those guards are gonna die. Okay, got our goblin hut down. We're just trying to draw this, honestly. Try to kill it with an Electro Wizard. I don't think I need to log. I think it'll die. I was gonna get a couple hits on my tower. Not the best. Gonna try to get in a graveyard here. See if it can do some damage. Looks like it's not gonna do too much. Gonna play this out of range of the fireball so that he can't hit the golem hut and the tower with the fireball at the same time. We'll probably fireball that. It's unfortunate. Throw in guards. Just log that to make sure it gets no damage on our tower. Man, this is not good at all. See if we can get in a graveyard here. He just went really aggressive. Oh man. Let's go. Good game. Man, he tried to fireball cycle us there, but I didn't let it happen. Okay, here we go. 20 wins live. See if we can get it. Up against Noel. We'll go ahead and block that and cycle to our log. It looks like he has log bait, which is actually good. Tempting to go graveyard, but I won't. We'll just pull those to the other lane with our guards. Could have Electro Wizard also. Doesn't make too much of a difference in that scenario. And we'll play our Golem Hut a little What in the world? Okay, he is giant skeleton. Usually versus Logbait, you want to play your... Okay, he throws a long barrel. You want to play your Spear Golem Hut like right where I played it. Not up high because there's nothing you really have to pull and you don't want the princess to somehow snipe it. Nice. So we're just going to play this slow. I don't think he's going to rocket cycle us or anything, so you don't have to be really that aggressive. I'm going to make the assumption he hasn't a rocket here, so I'm going to go ahead and play that in the back. Okay, he has Fireball, which is fine. Kind of expected that one. And I don't think we even need our Ice Golem. Interesting. I'm gonna... Yep. I can just ignore that Goblin Barrel. And I'm gonna Graveyard here and probably Poison because he probably has Minion Horde. Or Goblin Gang just as fine, just as good. I'll just Poison the Goblin Gang. And get a lot of damage on his tower, it looks like. I'll just play Ice Golem to tank for that. Unfortunately, the Ice Golem does get hit by that Firebolt, but not really going to make too much difference in the long run. And it's looking like we got this 20-win victory. Got our Mega Minion in the back. We'll go ahead and play our guards. He's probably going to Goblin Barrel here, so got our another long Goblin Barrel. I don't know what this man is doing. He's making this too easy. We won't support that with a Graveyard because all of our troops just died. Probably get a Graveyard this push though. He's probably going to play Giant Skeleton. And we'll get our Graveyard and we'll go ahead. We'll just log that. We'll go ahead and pre-poison because I'm assuming we need to play something. It's fine. We missed the Goblin Barrel with the log. I wasn't even... He's literally throwing it long every single time. I should have expected it, but not going to make too much of a difference. Just need one more Graveyard, maybe two more Graveyard Poisons, so we should get the victory. We'll play our Mega Minion. And... I'm just going to make the assumption right now that's going to be long. Every single one of his Goblin Barrels has been long. I don't know what he's doing. And here, we can probably just Graveyard Poison, even if we don't have a tank, because we have so many Spirit Golems on the field. And he'll probably... Even if he doesn't play something to block this, it doesn't matter. We're ahead on Elixir. Nice. Do need to be careful with this defense. Okay, there we go. We'll go ahead and Graveyard Poison. I think this is gonna be the win. He probably won't even drop anything into our poison. Oh, he does drop something into our poison. And is that gonna finish off the tower? Okay, this log will finish it off, so. Good game. Got that nice 20 win, finally. And man. So let's see. Got the 20 wins. Got that gold. And we'll open up this chest and see what we get out of it. If there's anything good. Nothing too exciting out of the chest, but ends up being fine. And there we go. Okay, I'll show how to play against 3 Musketeers because first time I tried this deck, I lost 3 times to 3 Musketeers. But I kind of figured out how to play against it. Unfortunately, I don't have a replay that shows against the Goblin Gang 3 Musketeers. I mean, I beat it, so you kind of use the same strategy, but I don't really have a replay against it. Because all my replays got deleted from yesterday, and I played half the screen challenge yesterday and half today. So I start with the Mag Minion in the back. I could play Ice Golem or Mag Minion. It doesn't really matter which I play. And then I play Ice Golem to kite this Dark Prince, and I go ahead and also log so that that Battle Ram doesn't connect onto my tower. And just to delay it so I can kind of separate the Dark Prince and the Battle Ram push. Now I just defend with guards, and I get a pretty nice defense. So here I play 3 Musketeers. And I'm trying to avoid using my poison because I really want to save my poison for an offensive graveyard. So I just go Electro Wizard in the left lane. And then he gives me no choice but to poison log because I couldn't have defended that with a Mega Minion. My Mega Minion just would have been evaporated. So we get off the defense. And then I go ahead and just set up a Goblin Hut. Unfortunately, I can't get aggressive with my Graveyard Poison because I don't have Poison in Cycle. He pumps up, and I really want to get aggressive, but I can't because I don't have Graveyard in Cycle, so I just put an Ice Golem in the back, just playing this slow. And then he decides to go opposite lane here. So I'm just defending. I want to attack, but I can't. Because I really don't want him to be able to stack up like a big push. If I let him stack up a huge push, then I'm not going to be able to defend it because I just don't have the firepower in my deck to do it. So I defend, I throw an Ice Golem in front just to counter push, just so he's forced to defend it, and also just to cycle my cards. He defends with a Minion Horde. I just play a Goblin Hut. I can sacrifice a little bit of tower damage, and my focus is on the right side. So, yeah, now I'm just kind of waiting for his move. I don't have my Ice Golem in hand, so I can't go for a Graveyard Push or anything. I play my Electro Wizard in the back. And unfortunately, he snipes my Goblin Hut. I'm trying to defense here without using poison because I want to save poison for offense. We get off the defense. Electro Wizard is really good versus Battle Ram. I always try to play it same lane as Battle Ram. And I'm kind of forced to poison because I didn't really have anything in hand to defend that Minion Horde. So we poison. And then... Oh yeah, and then I get aggressive here. I just try to finish out the tower because he used his Minion Horde just now. So I knew it was either he plays 3 Musketeers or nothing else could really defend that. And so he plays his 3 Musketeers. He gets a pretty nice defense, but since I went aggressive with that Graveyard, he wasn't able to stack up a lot of troops on this counter push. And since he couldn't stack up a lot of troops to counter push with, I was able to defend it fairly easily. And here he should go with the Minion Horde. Yep, he goes to the Minion Horde. So honestly, I'm kind of surprised I was able to defend it. Like, that was a pretty good push, pretty well played push. But I'm able to just barely hold on to the defense. I play my Goblin Hut in the middle to pull part of the Minion Horde and pull that Dark Prince. I get off the defense and I try to go aggressive with the Graveyard here. All I need is a couple hits on the tower and the game is over. I'm not worried about his counter push because I'm hoping to finish the game right here. I do go ahead and poison, and I don't even think that finishes off the game. Yeah, it doesn't finish off the game, but he went aggressive with the Miner. He had nothing to defend my Electro Wizard. I Electro Wizard to reset his Miner, and I get the victory. So, actually, I'm going to show one more replay against 3 Musketeers because it's just a hard deck to beat. We'll show this replay also. He doesn't have Goblin Gang, which makes it a little bit easier, but I even was able to beat my opponent who did have Goblin Gang. So I'll probably just start off the match with an Ice Golem. I see that he goes Miner, so I just go Electro Wizard to defend that Miner. I was going to play Ice Golem, but he plays Miner pretty quickly. And then I'm just going to set up an Ice Golem in the back. It's one of the better starting moves of this deck. Actually, oh, I know what it was. I thought he was gonna, I don't know, that was a little bit aggressive, not even gonna lie. I think I thought he was gonna pump up there, so I just went with an Ice Golem Graveyard. Normally I wouldn't do that, but yeah, as I said, you just gotta be aggressive versus this deck. And I was aggressive, and it's gonna end up working out. You have a lot of troops to defend small pushes, but not a lot of troops to defend big pushes. So he gets the elixir advantage on me, which is fine. He goes with 3 Musketeers. I think I just Electro Wizard in the left, probably. Yep, I Electro Wizard in the left. I have some Mega Minion there, and I'm kind of just ignoring his Musketeers on the right side because he's supporting the Musketeers on the left side. I can just Ice Golem, and the tower plus Spirit Golem Hut will finish it off. I'm willing to sacrifice a lot of tower damage versus 3 Musketeers. It's not that big of a deal. Here I can surround his Dark Prince with guards. It's a pretty nice way to defend a Dark Prince. So I surrounded Dark Prince with guards, and unfortunately I don't really have much of an attack going, but I'm able to just Goblin Hut here and keep it going. So there, unfortunately I don't have any choice with the poison. I could have Electro Wizard zapped, but it would have been an overcommitment on Elixir. It even gets some damage on my tower, which is not what I was looking for. And now he has an opening to play 3 Musketeers. So I'm just going to defend those 3 Musketeers. I go Mega Man to the left side, and Electro. I thought he was going to support the Musketeer on the left side, so I was trying to defend it. Turns out he didn't support the Electros on the left side. That Goblin Hut was actually a bit of a misclick. I meant to play Log, but it ends up working out just fine, actually. So I defend that just fine. And I knew he was going to attack into that lane, so I went ahead and played a Mega Man. I tried to get down an Ice Golem Electro Wizard here because it'll kill the mini horde off. And now this is not looking good at all. Right now he's winning on tower damage. He's winning on Elixir even. But I go ahead and poison that. I'm thinking, oh, what can I do to defend this? I log. I Mega Minion to finish it off. And now I'm getting desperate here. I'm losing the game, and then he decides to pump up. And when he pumped up here, I'm like, this is all or nothing. I go in for the Graveyard Poison, and I end up getting a lot of damage on his tower. And I think there we go. I threw the Mega Minion there. Also, I was like, if this Mega Minion doesn't lock on, I lose the game. But the Mega Minion locked on, and I won the game. So there we go. This guy's giving the thumbs up. He's laughing at me, and I got that victory. And I really wish I could show this replay, but unfortunately I can't. And all I can say is versus 3 Musketeers, the #1 strategy is just try to, when they pump up, try to be aggressive with your Ice Golem Graveyard Poison. You just don't want them to be able to stack up like a huge push, and because you just won't be able to defend it if they stack up a huge push. Last match, because this last match was like I have the advantage here, but you have to play it right, otherwise you're gonna mess it up. So starting off, I'm just gonna go probably Ice Spirit, or I'll probably actually I think I'm just gonna wait because this is like the last battle. Go Ice Golem there. I could have logged, but Ice Golem also counters it with no damage on my tower, so it doesn't really make too much of a difference what I play there. He goes aggressive, so I have a nice guards, and I noticed in this deck, anytime you have a counter push, I mean, well, not anytime, but most of the time you have a counter push, you want to take it. So I defended, then I got my counter push, so I can go on the offense. And I go ahead and play my executioner really high here, because if he had a miner, which turns out he didn't have a miner, but if he had a miner, I really didn't want the miner to distract my executioner, so I just played it high. I didn't support the executioner just because I didn't know what deck he had yet, so it wasn't a good idea to go too aggressive. And here, I just decided to Ice Golem just to pull those back to the other lane, and I really want to get my King Tower activated. I know that this is kind of a tough matchup that can put you in a really awkward cycle, so I wanted to get my King Tower activated so it can help out. Now, as soon as he pumps up, when someone pumps up, you almost always want to poison the pump. And what I like to do is if I'm at full elixir when they pump up, I like to throw a HOG poison and try to get value with my poison. And there I just ignore the minion horde because I don't want to fall behind an elixir. If you fall behind an elixir versus 3 Musketeers, you're in trouble. So as you can see, I'm down 1 elixir right now, but it's really good. And I just play my executioner same lane as those 3 Musketeers. I could tornado them all to the same lane, but I really need to save my tornado for the giant, so that's why I choose not to do that. He does throw a battle ram, and I decide to just tornado all that. I Ice Spirit on the Musketeer on the left side, just so it doesn't like die or get too much damage. I mean, and they're probably not the best Hog Rider. But I kind of panicked and went ahead and played it. And it ends up being fine. It tanked. So with this deck, anytime you see a giant, always go same lane with the executioner. That's what you want to do. You don't usually want to go opposite lane. You just want to go same lane with the executioner. So I go same lane with the executioner. I just Ice Spirit to make sure that battle ram doesn't hit my tower. And then, as you can see, my guards are annihilating that giant on the right side. and my tornado made sure that those minions died also. I throw an ice golem in front here just to make sure my executioner stays alive, because I'm trying to counter push the executioner. And here, I know that he's gonna have trouble supporting that giant and defending my hog rider. If I throw the hog there, my executioner gets a lot more value. Otherwise, it would have just died. Okay, so there we go. I'm just defending. Versus 3 musketeers, what you always want to do is just start executioner in the back. As soon as you realize they have 3 musketeers, just start executioner in the back and try to build up a big hog push. You don't really want to be cycling hog as fast as possible. You just want to be cycling executioner pushes, because 3 musketeers, like most 3 musketeers deck, have a really hard time defending against executioner. And then there's this deck. I lost to this deck. I think, let's see. Yeah, I lost versus this guy. I think I might even lost to this deck twice. I'm talking about the Goblin Barrel deck. And I think I lost to it like the first Grand Challenge I tried also. So this deck, it took a little bit of practice for me to figure out how to beat. I think what I noticed is that I had to set up executioners in the back. And then as soon as I started playing the executioner in the back, it put them in an awkward situation. I was able to get the victory. So you'll see what I did here. It's a really good strategy versus this deck, because if you don't play it right, it's really hard to win, because your opponent can outcycle your hog with the tornado. So your hog's never going to really get damage. He has to get damage with the executioner and poison. So I just go executioner. I just play it in the back. I go ahead. I don't even log, because I know those guards are going to get a lot of value. And I really want to get to hog and try to get some damage early on, which is what I ended up doing. I could have logged there. Like, it wouldn't have been that much of a difference. But I knew that the guards would defend it just fine, so I didn't. One thing you'll notice is that I always try to save my Ice Golem for Dark Prince here. Because I just want to make sure I have a good cycle, right? I'm trying to save my Ice Golem for Dark Prince every single time. And I'm trying to save my guards for his bandit every single time. And so as you see, I'm just going to cycle executioner in the back. And there he goes. He goes with this bandit. I have my guards. Otherwise, you're going to, if you don't save your guards for his bandit and Ice Golem for the Dark Prince, is going to put you in a really awkward cycle. And your opponent's going to, well, the first time I did this, I lost. And yeah, it just puts you in an awkward cycle, and it's not good. So as you see, I'm just setting up my executioner in the back. He's having trouble defending it because he keeps going opposite lane, not really getting any value out of his offense, because I'm making sure that my cycle is not messed up. And I'm willing to cycle Ice Spirit. I cycle Ice Spirit here, and I'm pretty sure I just cycle back to Executioner, because he cannot really defend against my Executioner well. And if he goes all in on the opposite lane, as you'll see here, I can just use Ice Golem to kite it all to the right lane. And I do go ahead and Tornado here, because I really didn't want that that Goblin Gang to get a lot of damage on my tower. So I just, oh, I don't even log that. I could have logged that. I could have guards. It really didn't make too much of a difference. But he gives me poison value, so I'm just going to take the poison value. And my hog even gets a hit on his tower. So here I'm thinking, man, this guy's low on elixir. He's about to go all in. And as you'll see, oh, he doesn't go all in. I thought he would. Okay, so there I can just play the Ice Spirit just to defend that bandit. And I just kite the Dark Prince to the opposite lane and just go ahead with the log. So yeah, it's pretty much in this battle, and as you'll see in a lot of battles, that usually when you verse a tornado deck, what you want to do when you see a tornado is just play your executioner in the back and try to build up a big push. And that's actually what I did, and it ended up working out really well. I can just kite the Dark Prince to the opposite lane, kite it to the executioner, cycle to the Hog Rider. There we go. You can surround a Dark Prince with guards if you didn't know that. So anytime you have guards in your hand and someone throws a Dark Prince, you can surround it, but I found that I really wanted to keep my guards for the bandit most of the time, and I mean, not every single time, but I tried to my best. And here, this actually gives a lot of damage on my tower. And since he got so much damage on his tower, my tower, I knew that he spent a lot on offense. So I kind of do an all-in push here and try to finish him off. And since he spent so much on offense, well, Well, I don't get too much damage. I get a little bit of damage. But it doesn't matter. I already get the victory now. So, I think I just poison log here. No, I go ahead and log on defense again because I'm like, I don't want to lose this game. I know I can defend your pushes. And yeah, I just kite it to the opposite lane. I have my ice spirit ready. I'm just cycling back to a log at this point. And there, I log. And the Goblin Barrel almost gets on my tower, but I got the victory. So that was a pretty good game. And yeah, the key there was just playing the Executioner in the back. As you'll see, the last 2 games, the key was playing Executioner in the back. VULKan out.